Are you looking to cut the cord? Maono may have you covered with the PD200W wireless dynamic microphone. Let's get into it. I do want to thank Maono for sending me this item to review. However, still going to give my 100% honest review and reaction to this item. No money changed hands. They do not get to tell me what to say. I'm going to give my thoughts and my thoughts alone. If you like what you see here, make sure you give this video a good old thumbing, hit that like and subscribe, do all those YouTuber things. Let's get to that unboxing. All right, here we have the box. A little bit of branding on it. Right here, it does say 50 millimeter wireless range, or I'm sorry, 50 meter wireless range, switchable real-time monitoring, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, Maono Link software support, which is a big plus with this microphone, one-touch mute compatible with cameras, smartphones, and computers, smart control knob, and a shock mount is included. So let's find out what is actually fully in the box. All right. Let's see. And I'm struggling already. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, looky here. You get yourself your manual. You get your manual. You get a quick rundown of how to connect things. A little bit of foam. What's in here? Maono receiver. All right, so this is the wireless receiver. Oh, look at that. It's cute. Look how cute that thing is. Nice and small. It's a C adapter, so it'll go with a C port or your phone would be nice. All right, and that's all that was in there. You get your cable. This is a adapter cable, A to C adapter. You get your, this C goes to your microphone. Looks like maybe another adapter. Right here, A to C adapter, so you can put this in your computer. And the microphone itself. Nice weight to it. I like the shock mount. I think it's a plastic. It is a plastic shock mount. Windscreen. Take a look. It does have a little gap from the capsule to the edge of the grate there. All right. Your knob, your mute button. This would be for your headphone gain and monitoring. Anything else? Oh, okay. Put this down. And we get a nice desk stand. I like that. Nice heavy base. All right. There you have it. That's everything that's in the box. All right. So a little bit more about this microphone. It is XLR, USB, and wireless. We're going to run some tests on this. We're going to start with XLR, then we're going to go into USB, and then we're going to test out wireless, because that is the mode that I am most intrigued about with this microphone. It does feel like it's an all metal build of the base of this microphone. The shock mount's plastic. The stand here is, I can't tell if this is plastic or it's metal. It's metal. But I like the stand. I like the stand a lot. It's adjustable, so you can go down, or this is how much you can extend it. About, I don't know, three inches or so. But I like the fact that it's extendable. You know, versatility. Versatility is key, and I'm really enjoying the versatility of this microphone, but we got to see how it performs. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, we got the Maono PD200W hybrid running through the Rodecaster Duo. Absolutely no processing on, and this is the tone you're going to get raw. I'm actually very impressed with the sound of this. It still has low ends with a good presence in the mids, and the highs are coming through pretty nice as well. I am not upset with this microphone at all. In XLR mode, this sounds fantastic raw. Let's do a couple tests. We're going to do a plosive test. I'm going to look directly in the microphone and say, please don't put pineapple on pizza. Please do not put pineapple on pizza. It handles plosives okay. It could be a little bit better, but if you blow your wind past the microphone, you put the microphone at a 45-degree angle, you'll be just fine. Use good mic technique is basically what I'm trying to say. Please don't put pineapple on pizza. Please don't put pineapple on pizza. See? Perfectly fine. How about some sound resonance? I'm going to tap on my desk. I'm going to tap on the boom arm. The microphone itself. Actually, that's handling sound resonance pretty damn good. I'm pretty impressed with that. You get a little bit coming through, but I don't know if I'm not getting a ringing tone like from the body of the microphone. It's like picking up the thump that I'm hitting on the desk, but I don't think it's ringing in the microphone itself. So that's a good thing. I like that. How about a distance test, a proximity? I'm going to get right up on the microphone, and this is what it sounds like when you're right up on the microphone. Now I'm at a good speaking distance away. Now I'm at probably about a foot away. And now I'm probably about 2 feet away from the microphone. That is your proximity, your plosive, and your sound resonance. How about a sound rejection? This is what it sounds like when you're right in front of the microphone. Now I'm at 90 degrees. I am directly behind the microphone. Now I'm back at 90 degrees and I am back in front. That is your sound rejection. It gets hard when your boom arm wants to move with you. All right, we've tested this in XLR. Let's move on to USB. All right, we are now on the Maono PD200W hybrid in USB mode. Computer recognized it right away. No issues there at all. Some features that you get in USB mode, you get RGB. You get your headphone monitoring and your gain control on one knob. You just press it once. Once you press it there, white is your gain. Blue is your headphone monitoring, but it also has a different feature. I'm going to give you a nice floor volume. Okay, it's not really loud like that anyway, but if you press it and hold it for 3 seconds, it'll turn green and you can, oh, that's a different sound. That is noise suppression. I'm going to have to see what that sounds like. I only went up 1. Go up 2. That's a different sound as well, at least in my headphone, in the headphone monitoring. All right, back down 1, back down again. Okay, if I go right here, I don't get any noise coming through the headphones. So I'm going to keep it here and listen to it on playback and see what it sounds like. But right now, it's kind of echoey. The headphone monitoring is a little bit off. So we'll see what it actually sounds like on playback. You do get your RGB controls on the back with a little button, and you can change them. Just press the button here, it goes to white. It has all the same colors that a lot of microphones with RGB have. I'm just going to pick a color and leave it on it. There we go. I'll just leave it there. But that is the microphone in USB mode. Let's go ahead and try the feature that I'm wanting to test out the most and test this thing wirelessly. Future Bearded Geek here, and I did forget to mention that there is a physical touch mute button. I like how it kind of flashes red when it lets you know you're muted. That's kind of cool. I like that. It definitely lets you know that you're muted. It is a physical touch mute button. I like that. And I did go back and listen. The headphone monitoring on this is not great at all. When listening to it on playback, it sounds perfectly fine, but when you're monitoring with your headphones, it's almost like you're hearing yourself twice. It's very tinny. This is one thing I do not like about this so far. But now we're going to go and listen to this wirelessly. All right, here's the main feature, the Maono PD200W hybrid, the wireless feature. And this is what it sounds like. The computer recognized the dongle right away. No issues. I could be monitoring myself if I really wanted to, but I wanted to be free because this is the main feature of this microphone. As the slogan of this microphone says, cut the cables, be free, go hybrid, be free to podcast. That is the slogan. I kind of like this, being able to move this around, doing whatever I want. You do get all the things that the USB had as well as noise suppression. If I was to press this for 3 seconds, noise suppression on, I could change that, right, if I wanted to, but I kind of like it right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, listen to everything, and then I'm going to show you the Maono Link software that comes with this, which is one of the biggest things I really enjoy about Maono's USB lineup is they do have software. So let's check that out real quick. All right, here we have the Maono Link software. This is, I'm still wireless, by the way, and it's recognizing it, as you can see with my levels right there. I think that's very cool. It looks like you can record right in the studio, but you can move your gain right here if you need to. You can move your gain just sort of boom, boom, boom. If you need to, that moves your gain. I think I was at 17, so I'll keep myself at 17. I may be a little loud. You got your headphone monitoring. I am all the way up. If I turned it down, I may not be. You know what? Right here sounds a little bit better. You can monitor through the PD 200W hybrid or the computer right here or both. So that's really cool. And you have your noise cancellation. I can take noise cancellation completely off, and this is what it sounds like completely off. No noise cancellation at all. But if I add a little noise cancellation, see, now that's where the headphone monitoring sounds weird, was when noise cancellation comes on. When it's off, it's not as bad, it's not as drastic, but with the noise cancellation on, which I kind of like it on because it cancels out some of the air in the room. It cancels out, my air conditioner and things like that. So I'll just have it on slight right now. You can go into scenes and adjust this however you want, or you can use some of the presets. It is on original right now, but I tell you what, I kind of like podcast. Podcast to me sounds really, really good. This is probably what I would use it on the most is podcast, just to have a little bit more low end to my voice. This sounds really nice. I like that. But then you have game. If you want to use this for gaming, this is what it sounds like when you're gaming. Or if you want to sing. Do you want to sing? Here we go, we are singing happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is. Happy birthday to them. Has a little reverb, and you can adjust your reverb apparently right in here. Let's see, adjust your reverb. Looks like I cannot adjust my reverb. Cannot modify. Oh well. But there you go. That's your reverb. It's back on normal now. It's got to be back on normal. Wonder if I can put it on reverb. No, won't let me put it on reverb. But it looks like you can have an original and maybe, because it looks like you can add more. Yeah. let's say add, and we'll name this LL just because. Confirm, and we'll move this up here, move this down here. We'll do a little upsy downsy, and this is what it sounds like right there. And I'm guessing, oh no, that's, so there you have it. That's LL. But if I wanted to go to original, it takes me back to original. You can add different folders in here, which is really cool. Right here, it shows your battery for the Maono PD200W hybrid. So that's really cool. Or you can, man, and here's your lights. If you really want, you can turn the brightness up really high if you want, or really low. Keep it dark. And it turns it up super bright. That is super bright. I'm going to turn it dark though. I don't really care for it, but I do like this color here. So you can control everything you want. You can turn it off if you want your RGB off, your scenes for your however you want, your reverb. So this is really, really cool. I'm going to put it back on original right there. Actually, I'm going to go to podcast. I like the podcast, so we're going to keep it on podcast. And this Maono Link software is really, really cool. You can do a lot of things with this. You can adjust things however you want your microphone to sound, even wirelessly, because that is how it is right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, listen to everything I already recorded, and come back with my final thoughts. And now for my final thoughts. I really like the tone of this microphone. I like that it's versatile. I like that it's XLR, USB, wireless. You have the Maono Link software. It's an all metal build except for the shock mount. I think this thing is fabulous. I think that it's very versatile. The only thing that I do not like about this entire setup is the headphone monitoring. I think the headphone monitoring on this thing is really bad. It does not give a true to life sound. It's almost a bit robotic, but that's just, I don't know if it's a slight delay or what, but it's just not as good as it probably could be. But the sound that this puts out, the tone that this puts out, I really enjoy. I will leave a link for this down in the comments and description below. All right, that does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek, and remember, if I don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.